And I guess for me, the next logical step was to get a hold of some of their live DVDs. The first of these live DVDs that I managed to get was Yes Symphonic Live. I thought this would be a really interesting look at the band, which is very symphonic to begin with, when paired with an orchestra. The song lineup on here is pretty awesome, and the DVD itself has some great performances. After that, I decided I wanted to purchase a DVD that had a more traditional Yes performance with just the members of the band. So I purchased Songs from Songus, the 35th anniversary concert. I guess they would have recorded this live performance around the time that the 35th anniversary Best Of collection came out. And it has a classic Yes lineup. Of course, you have John Anderson singing lead vocals. You have Chris Squire playing bass, the classic sound he provides. You have Steve Howe on guitar. You have Rick Wakeman on piano. And of course, Alan White on drums. This is a great performance because it features the classic Yes lineup that everybody knows and loves from the early days. Of course, that excludes Bill Bruford on drums, who recorded Fragile and Close to the Edge. But when people think of Yes and drums, they think Alan White. So this is a really good performance. And the more recent one that I got a few years back was Yes Songs. This is a really interesting performance because it was captured in 1972. So this features not only the classic Yes lineup, but in the classic Yes time period. This is Yes in their heyday in 1972. Now, as a part of that, the quality of the video and the sound isn't all that great, but the performance has a really raw feel. It's almost like you're seeing a piece of this band's history. So it's really interesting for Yes fans, and I certainly enjoyed it. I almost forgot the most recent addition to my Yes DVD collection, the Yes Union Live limited edition DVD set. Funny story behind this is this particular DVD set was distributed by a UK publisher called Gonzo Multimedia. They had it up on their website, and I wanted to see how much it would cost in US dollars, so I added it to a shopping cart on their site and basically followed the transaction through, thinking that before it confirmed, it would tell me how much it would cost in US dollars, because I was just curious. I didn't know the conversion rate off the top of my head. And basically, by the time it said how much it was, I was on the confirmation screen. Congratulations for your purchase. It's $50 US. So that was a little more than I was expecting to pay for it, but accidents will happen, and I kind of wanted it anyways. So the cool thing about this particular concert is it was shot for a very unique tour when the official version of the Yes Band with Chris Squire and Alan White and Trevor Rabin, the guys that were working on 90125, the really poppy 80s Yes. Off to the other side, John Anderson, the vocalist, and Rick Wakeman, the keyboardist, and Steve Howe, they'd all quit and formed a band with the original drummer of Yes, Bill Bruford. Their band, believe it or not, was called Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, Howe. They had a little more classical sound. They were playing some of the older Yes stuff on tours and some original things. Well, their record labels decided that they would try to mesh the two bands together and create an album. The album was pretty good, I think, but they really didn't enjoy making it because there were two different drummers, two different keyboardists, two different singers, two different guitarists, all working on the same album. And a lot of people had their parts cut, and they didn't enjoy it. Funny thing is, when they all went on tour together, they had a great time. And the interesting thing is they still had two drummers, two keyboardists, two guitarists. So there was a little bit of competition for solos, and egos on the stage were a little much, but they really kind of enjoyed it. They kind of played off of each other's strengths really well. So that makes this a really interesting concert. And the package itself is pretty interesting. And of course it has this, full color booklet with some explanations of how this tour was laid out. And of course the limited edition comes with some weird press pass thing, I don't know, and some sticker. I'm not sure what this is for. It's kind of ugly. Anyways, there are 2 DVDs with this, one with the concert on it, and another that's got some bootleg videos from the tour, so that's pretty cool. And also a 2 CD set containing the audio from the Yes Union Tour concert. So that's pretty cool. All in all, it's a pretty neat set documenting a very, very unique time in the band's history. So definitely very cool.